No more standing out in line.
Only 13 days to go. Stick together and we can do it! Won't go easy on you. Keep up if you can.
What do you think you're doing, blundering around here and interrupting my precious sleep? You lost or something?
Just looking for a story. I hear that you once had big dreams of striking it rich.
Whatever dreams I had have been lost under the sands.
Then why stay? Why stick it out in the desert?
I owe it to my wife. She's gone now, but the one thing she valued more than her own life is still out there in that desert. If I could just get it back, I'd be gone from here and never look back.
What could be so important?
Her arithmometer. Back when she was alive, back when we still had our shop, my wife was in charge of keeping the books. I never was good at numbers. But my wife, Monica, she lived by that arithmometer. We're gonna have great sales this month. Next month will be the one for us. Plugging numbers into that silly thing of hers. All with the most joyous smile you've ever seen. That smile of hers. That was my real treasure. And then one day those monsters stole my treasure away from me. Everything ended. My business, my life. I lost Monica and her smile. Now the only wares I have to sell to anyone are regret and despair.
I see. I'm sorry. Do you really think you'll be able to move on if you find your wife's memento, though?
Sure as the desert's dry. If I could just find that arithmometer for her, I'd be done with this place in a heartbeat.
Blake, do you think that's the arithmometer?
This is my wife's. I'd know it anywhere. The arithmometer that she so loved.
You've got your wife's memento back, so now you can leave the desert anytime you want. Isn't that right?
Like I've got any place else to go. Anyway, it would have been better if you just never found it. I want to say goodbye to the desert where my wife died. But I don't want to leave the desert where she lived. Don't you see? Now what am I supposed to do?
That's up to you. And if you can't figure it out yourself, well, then why don't you just think about what your wife would have wanted for you?
What Monica would have wanted is she always wanted me to make it out here as a merchant. Me and my shop. She wanted to help me achieve my dream of striking it rich.
I guess you have your answer. If you're going back into business, how about I be your first customer?
Yeah, I'd like that. After all, I owe you. You brought me back. You brought our dream back to life.
little sandbird told me what you've been up to. You've been busy, haven't you? But is it true? Is old Ramon open for business again?
All I did was help him get back onto his feet.
Helping him at all is more than enough. The world's a pretty hard place to live in these days. You don't see a lot of people helping each other out. If there were more good eggs like you around, maybe this place wouldn't have ended up the ghost town that it is.
Someone's gotta be the first to start. Why not you?
Why? Because I'm a ruthless, greedy salesman. I don't do a thing if there's no profit in it.
Are you sure? For someone who claims to be a ruthless salesman, you look pretty happy to hear about your rival's return.
That's ridiculous. They'll be out of business again in a week, I'll bet. If he does manage to cut it somehow, a competitor might help me stay on my toes. I'll say this, my wares and my service will both be better than ever.
I certainly hope so. Don't let me down now.
Oh, you again. Listen, preparation is the key to survival out here. What are you after? Sure you didn't forget anything?
Reminds me of the old days, fighting together.
You're so eager to die. I won't go easy on you. Now you know who's stronger.
Bias's wares are the most
So it was you. I heard that a new recruit had been shaking things up. Guess I should welcome you to the gang.
Time to let loose, Lightning. God, it's been ages since I've had some fun. Let's make this worth it.
Fang, there's one thing I need to know. Why would you want to summon the souls of the dead? What exactly are you planning on doing with the clavis?
Me? I'm not the one who wants the damn thing. I wouldn't even know what to do with it. It's Vanille who needs it. For some reason, when we woke up from the crystal, she picked up some strange new ability. Now she hears the voices of the dead. She says she can pick up on all the feelings of those souls that are trapped in the chaos. According to her, it's like listening to 1,000 different voices all crying out at once. And she's the only one who can hear them. Or something. And that power's exactly why the Order became interested in her. If Vanille gets that holy clavis, and she uses it, she should be able to call all those souls to her.
So the Order plans to gather all the souls of the dead? Why?
Come on, it's me you're talking to. No need to play stupid. You want to know? You're here under their orders, aren't you? High and mighty savior.
I wouldn't assume anything if I were you. I'm not here for the Order. It seems like you don't see eye to eye with them, though. Care to share?
That's a story for later. Come on, we're wasting time we don't have. If the Seculars snatch up the clavis first, I'd never forgive myself. There's a place I want to check out first. A door. It's got something good behind it. Or I'm not a bandit. I'm thinking that maybe a savior can get it open. Let's go see what you can do. I'll let you know when we're there. Don't rush inside like a fool. There's nowhere to rest in the room. I was bored anyway.
I'll go easy on you. Okay, let's do this. Time claims us all.
Sure, there are shortcuts back up to the surface, but most are sealed.
Fang's right, you know. I've been able to plot numerous shortcuts out of the ruins.
Isn't that what I'm here for? Maybe I can undo those seals, too.
You had better. Why else do you think I let a slacker like you into my prestigious gang of ne'er-do-wells?
Because I use my head. Like noticing that if we open up all those doors, we're inviting the Order to walk right into.
Ugh, and most likely will. Those Seculars live just to get in my way, I swear. Annoying little bastards. We'll just have to find the clavis before they hear that we're in then. Remember the details of each door. This kind here is what we call a time door. You've got to be careful around these things. It'll open on its own, or close with you inside, all based on the time of day. Even that route that we just came along will be sealed off at a different time of day. You could end up having to take the long way around, or get sealed in the ruins. There's a place I want to check out first. A door. It's got something good behind it. I'm not a bandit. I'm thinking that maybe a savior can get it open. Let's go see what you can do. I'll let you know when we're there.
I took the liberty of checking the Order's records. Vanille and Fang woke up from their crystal stasis about 13 years ago. It appears they were both being held at the Order's main cathedral in Luxarian. But according to the records, Fang fled the Order shortly after, alone.
Those two... I can't imagine what would...
I'm getting strange readings from within that skeleton statue. If you take them on without any sort of plan, you may find yourself in trouble. Proceed carefully. I've been trying to gather what information I can on these ruins, but it's no good. There are no records left from the time they were built. We don't even know who built them, or why, for that matter.
You can't even date them with all your technology?
Chaos has distorted both space and time. We can no longer...
It's your funeral!
Okay, let's do this. You threw your life away.
I thought it might help you find the Clavis if I could find out more about who built these ruins and why, but it looks like that's simply not possible.
It's hard to believe that up until 13 years ago, Vanille and I were stuck in that crystal pillar. It was a long sleep. Well, hell, it's been hundreds of years since the days we fought together, as we'll see. And before we met, I was stuck in another damn crystal. I've been asleep more than 1,000 years of my life. I did the math. Technically, I think that makes me the oldest hag on the planet. Not that I'll ever act my age. Wouldn't be much fun.
Don't let your guard down! I won't go easy on you. You can't read me. do this. Time to meet your maker. Okay, let's do this. You're so eager to die. No looking back. You're so eager to die. Do this. Easy on you. Time can't be stopped. Okay, let's do this.
You see strange devices all over the ruins. Nothing we've done has ever made them work, but why don't you try your savior magic?
Reached your destination. There's an unbelievable source of energy radiating from behind that door.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. I can feel it from here. You think it's the power of the clavis?
It seems likely. The reason that you can feel anything light is because the clavis reacts to the savior.
So, it wants me to come in and say hi. I get it. But this door doesn't seem to agree. It's stuck shut.
Yes. It's protected by a particularly nasty seal. My analyses suggest that the key to undoing this seal is hidden in the murals. There are 3 murals within this ruin which describe the true story of the gods. Only one who has seen them with their own eyes and has understood the truth of the gods will be able to pass through that great gate, the sacred gate, to reach the Holy Clavis.
3 murals, huh? Somehow I don't think a little art appreciation will be all I need to get that clavis.
Well, the good news is, I know where the murals are. To see them all, you'll have to visit 3 galleries that are located elsewhere in the ruins.
Of course they are.
Which protects the clavis is very heavily sealed. It's almost certain that you won't be able to open it without a special crux designed for such a purpose. Find that crux. Light. Are you keeping an eye on your surroundings? That crest marks another seal, but I think you'll be able to break it with your powers. And the crux, of course.
I've been surveying the desert all these long years. But I have been completely flummoxed by those cursed tablets.
Like someone who might be of some use has finally shown up. I was beginning to think that the world might end before that would happen. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, stranger. I am an exploratory rover bot called Bhakti.
What is this? An AI? Why are you here?
Oh, there are so many things I could tell you, and I would love to, but I'm afraid I'm most dreadfully low on fuel. And so I must ask you to consider my most unworthy plea before any explanations can be given.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yes, I could tell you are intelligent. It is just as you suspect. I hope that you might assist me in procuring fuel. Of the robot variety.
You expect me to head out into this huge desert and hope I'll strike oil?
Oil? I am a precision instrument. No, I need specific fuel from these locations. Near the sundry shop. In the bandit settlement. Beside the Adamantis skeleton. Somewhere at the base of that lofty and once great lighthouse. Those are the only locations I have detected so far. However, there may be others yet that I am unaware of.
I can have a look. How much do you need?
A worthy question. I think about 3 inertia worth should get me by long enough. I am depending on your assistance. I need that fuel to save my comrades as soon as I possibly can.
There are more of you?
Yes, and I expect my comrades are most eagerly awaiting me. And now you should feel an emotional responsibility to help me, should you not? I'm so glad that we could bond like this.
That is some programming you have.
It seems that robots like that Bhakti were used by the bandits to help map out the ruins once. I'm surprised that any of the bots are still functioning.
It certainly looked its age, but it carried on a conversation fine enough.
Thank you very much. I feel so lubricated once again. Though, my bearings do creak quite a bit after so long without servicing. But I suppose I am just a robot. A few creaks are only natural. I do envy you humans, who do not need regular maintenance.
Maintenance? No, but we do get hurt, and then we need rest and care if we want to get better.
Yes, but the humans these days do not age nor die, compared to a robot that will never get better if it breaks down. Yours is a life of infinite chances.
Well, now you have a chance of your own. So what about those friends of yours who need saving?
They are just this way. Follow me.
I don't think those kinds of bots came with conversational functions. I guess someone must have tinkered with it.
Everyone, I do apologize for your long wait. You must have been quite troubled by being trapped in here for such a long time. Do not worry. You are free now to leave. There does not appear to be a response. Do you suppose they are sleeping?
Are your friends out of fuel too? If they're like you, then they'll just need their tanks filled to be up and running again.
I'm afraid they would have little use for such fuel. They are humans after all.
What did you say?
We've been trapped for some time now. There's no food or water left. It looks like this is the end for us at last. If you're reading this, I hope you'll respect the wishes of the dead. Take our remains and give us a decent burial. Oh, and one other thing. I imagine you found a robot on the other side of this wall. If it stopped working, please bury it together with us. If it's still moving though, please fix it up and find it a new home. We may look like fools for worrying about an old robot in our last moments, but Bhakti is not just a robot. He has always been our greatest ally, companion, and friend.
so thin? Did the many long years spent in this dry desert air absorb the moisture from your bodies?
These people.
My friends, they do not seem to be able to start up. If they have broken down, I will need to obtain new parts and repair them.
Bhakti, you can't repair a human like that. They're just gone. When humans die, they never wake up again.
Never start up again? But we are finally reunited after so long. I rationed my fuel so carefully, all in an effort to witness the end of the world together with them, my dear friends. I had no idea that they needed constant refueling. They must have thought that I had abandoned them here.
I don't think they did. They would have known that you were doing everything you could to save them. I'm sure they were grateful for that.
I thank you. Humans are a kind species. I truly did love these human companions of mine. Farewell, my friends.
Bhakti, you were the best friend these people could have hoped for. The light of these souls. They're the proof of how grateful your friends were.
It appears that Bhakti finally reached his limits. All of his functions have shut down.
Hope, what do you think this is? Can even a robot possess something like a soul?
I don't see how it could. A robot isn't made by God, but by man. But I do believe Bhakti felt for his dead companions. Perhaps those bonds gave him something like a soul. It's a nice fantasy to ponder, but hardly likely.
So Bhakti's just a hunk of metal that broke down next to its old owner, eh? I don't think I could get along with someone who thought like that.
You got this?
Won't go easy on you. Get down. Final words? will be reborn.
You've nearly reached one of the galleries. You should find a mural of the gods there. Be on guard, though.
A good bandit always is, right?
Now, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but I don't see any kind of mural around here. What's the story?
How disappointing. This is certainly the spot, but it seems that you'll have to activate the mural before we can view it. The device is missing a key component. The tablets. That's what you need. Find them and we should be able to activate the device and display the mural.
Okay, so tell me about these tablets. Can we find them in the ruins?
No, afraid not. But I know where we can find them. There are 3 shrines out here in the desert. Don't know who built them or why. All we know is what the ancients called them, the Shrines of the Tablets.
Right. Sounds like the place to look. I guess you really do know a lot about this desert.
Hey, you think we bandits were just twiddling our thumbs out here?
Doors marked with crests appear to lead to the surface. If you unseal them with the crux, you'll have a handy shortcut, a time saver.
Let's have some fun!
What's done is done.
Are you the one who was rumored to have undone the seal at last? Then perhaps you'll also solve the mystery of the tablets. In the old records, they speak of 3 shrines of the tablet in the desert. From the name, we can only assume that the tablets lie within. But we cannot prove it. None has made it inside. The entrances are in the dry floodlands, Adamus' sands, and the grave of the Colossi. Look to the red cacti. It will show the way.